I hear non-believers a lot of the time asking, what if you Christians are wrong? What if there is no God, and when you die, that's the end? Nothing after death? Honestly, I don't mind getting asked this question. Think about this. If we are wrong, we would have lived our lives by standards that we deemed moral, respectable, or good. I'm not saying by any stretch of the imagination that non-believers live immoral or terrible lives. However, if you ask most people which group of people are supposed to be good, they would say that Christians are the prime example of people who are supposed to be do-gooders. Before I get more in depth with the what if we're wrong concept, let me elaborate on the opposite. What if Christians are right is the question's answer oftentimes in response to the initiated question, what if you're wrong about God? People say that you can't answer a question with a question, but in this case, that's pretty much the summary of the main answer, which is we would die and nothing would happen afterwards. Sure, the person asking if Christians were wrong might say that we wasted our lives living to a made-up standard on acceptable behavior. Well, if you were to ask me, I enjoy my Christian lifestyle. I love standing up for this belief that I have, and I know that many people are silent when it comes to their faith. But I'm not like that. I'm extremely open, and I try to set an example for my fellow Christians. My life up to this point has not been wasted on God, but it's been wasted on time that I should have dedicated to God. I love being a Christian. They could say that we were hateful to certain groups of people, but that doesn't apply to every Christian. A Christian shouldn't hate anyone. My biggest points in my testimony are getting saved and not hating people. Christians that are hateful to people are not misunderstood, but they have misunderstood what God has asked of them. I tell people that I do not hate anyone because it is evil. I also say that I don't dislike anyone because in my own opinion that's still pretty bad. I just say that I like some people less than others. I've been living by that belief since June of 2010. God spoke to me that year at church camp and opened my eyes to the life-consuming energy that was my hatred. Back to the question. I can't really think of any other responses to the answer that I would simply die. So what if we are right? If we're right, firstly, God will tell us, His Lord said unto him, Well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. This means the saved people will have entry to heaven. So what about the non-believers? What happens to the ones who are wrong? The Bible says again, Then shall he say unto them on the left hand, Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. There is a huge difference between the joy of thy Lord and everlasting fire. This is eternal punishment. This is hell. This is the lake of fire. This is something no one can ever fathom. This is dying forever. Our human bodies can endure pain, and if we endure enough pain, eventually the scars callous us, and we become sort of immune to the pain. This is not one of those circumstances. Those bound to eternity in the fiery depths will not stop burning. They will spend infinite eternities in fire, with no relief. Not one drop of water to quench the slightest thirst. They will never see God's grace, and they would regret it. Regret the time that they had in their lifetime to accept, but denied instead. I can't imagine my life without God. This thought is not me saying better safe than sorry. This is me trying to tell the people that I care about what would happen if they asked the opposite question. What if Christians are wrong? Nothing will happen. But what if the non-believers are wrong? Everything